This is Drew with Boomer Music Company, your band and orchestra experts since 1976, and thepodcastingstore.com, the one-stop shop for all things podcasting and remote learning. This is your weekend update. Well, greetings and welcome to your weekend update. We finally got our white Christmas, but unfortunately it was on New Year's weekend, so the boys have definitely been enjoying getting out and playing in the snow, and hopefully you've had a chance during the holiday time to spend some time with family and recharge your batteries. At the Midwest Clinic, we got to catch up with Emily Pfaff, who was an employee at Boomer Music. And I don't like to say former employee because everyone that comes through really is family. And find out some of the stuff that she's been working on, including the Harmony Project out in Los Angeles, which is a wonderful nonprofit that helps provide instruments, instruction, and performance opportunity for kids. And the conversation went in a bunch of different directions about how she became involved in a non-performing career in music while still performing. She was in Chicago with the Athena Brass Ensemble. And one of the topics that we talked about in the video that we recorded with her was about kind of going where the universe takes you and being open to the possibilities. Check out that clip from that video.
And while I was there, I got the very unexpected news that my dear horn professor, Ellen, had passed away all of a sudden. But I kind of felt like very at peace with it because I was at this obscure brass camp in Finland that I only knew about because of the poster in her office. And she had always told me that I need to go. And I felt just like, this is where I'm supposed to be, like this is as tragic as it was. Like, this is the universe telling me that it's okay,
And then another great conversation that we got to have while at Midwest was with Jose Sibaja of the Boston Brass. And we were talking about his new Pickett signature mouthpiece. And then, again, another conversation that delved a little bit deeper into how he got into the Boston Brass and how he landed on quintet playing. And one of the things that he talked about was how quintet allows you to connect a little bit better with the audience. I mean, I know as a trumpet player, that's always been my favorite kind of playing because of the intimacy of the ensemble and how you can relate to those that are there to hear you perform. So here's a clip from that video talking about that.
Also, the relationship between what happens on stage, it's a lot more vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't turn anything off. So you have to be on the whole time that you're there, orally, mentally, because that you are it. You're one of five.
And then yet another video this week in the series that I was doing on setting up a home studio. And this week we were talking about the audio and the visual aspects of it. Specifically, mic position is the video clip that I'm going to show here, talking about whether you want the mic in the shot, above, below, sideways, and the strategies that you're going to employ for doing that. And the overarching theme that I really want to make sure gets across is you don't need to have a huge dedicated space to be able to do what we're doing here. I mean, I showed you the setup of where I'm recording right here. It's pretty low tech, it's pretty low key, and it's very attainable. So check out the clip from that video to see how I've set up the microphone for the very setup that I'm using right now in this video right now. I'm not going to go too crazy with it right now, but my goal here, I used to keep it down low here and then it was in the shot the whole time. Well, the microphone doesn't care where it is. It doesn't care if it's above, it doesn't care if it's below. It just cares if it's getting the sound directly into it, which it is here. So by doing that, then the focus can be on me and not the microphone. Now, if I want the focus on the microphone, I can easily put it in there. But I found that I really like having this out of the way because then it also frees up desk space to do whatever I want. Now, normally... And then finally, this week's essay over in the podcasting store, it was related to a Louis L'Amour quote, which was my high school senior quote, which is, "There will come a time when you believe everything is finished. That will be the beginning." And that relates to the Publish 365 challenge that I just completed. And that was a challenge of publishing one piece of content every single day for the entire year, which I managed to do for 2021. So these videos have been part of that. And So that essay was kind of recapping that journey, and the overarching theme to that I was trying to get across is how a task that seemed impossible became daunting, became routine. And that's very similar to making music. When you first start it and you think about, performing in a symphony orchestra or something like that, it's a really daunting task. But if you break it down into its component parts and do all the intermediary steps, then it becomes very doable and very possible. So check out that essay if you haven't seen that yet. That's your weekend update. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the store. If you enjoyed the Weekend Update, do me a favor and follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channels, or visit our websites. This is Drew with Boomer Music Company and thepodcastingstore.com. Thanks for listening.